All right. So now, yeah, exactly. Oh, Marcos brought up nudibranchs. By the way, how many of you guys have ever seen nudibranchs? I'm so glad you brought that up, Marcos, because we get a lot of them out here in California. We go snorkeling out here. Like, I see nudibranchs all the time. I go snorkeling down in Laguna, and I go snorkeling up in Palos Verdes and down in La Jolla. And I'm a huge aqua fan, I guess you could say. I freaking love going out in the ocean. But Marcos is talking about throwing in nudibranch colors. And if you've never seen nudibranchs or don't know what they are some of the most spectacular and beautiful creatures on this planet. Spanish shawl is one of my favorite. Spanish dancer. There you go. And they're just vibrant. There we go. That's a real one in the wild right there. Just kidding. But I mean, check some of the stuff out. You know, I mean, it's some really stunning displays from nature. Oh, what's the name of the dragon one? I've come across this guy right here. It's crazy. Crazy. Most beautiful animals on the planet. They're beautifully colored, right? And they're tiny. You know, if you don't know what you're looking for, you might miss it. You know, I don't know if any of you guys go snorkeling or jump into the ocean, do some free diving, or do scuba diving, but these animals are everywhere, and I'm sure if you have somewhere that has nice, you know, if you're anywhere near the ocean, you'll probably find a spot where you can find some of these guys and see them in real life. They're real stunning. Yeah, they're very, very small. So, I want to hear your thoughts, guys. Stream of consciousness time. Let's throw this up on the screen so you guys can all see it. All right? Simon, very cool slugs. Where's your head at? What are you guys thinking about? What are you thinking of doing for your characters? Where do you think you're going to pull from? Or you guys not want to share it and you don't want to influence each other? You're afraid of that. Well, I'll tell you what. You know, there's no way that you guys can influence each other in such a drastic way that it's going to completely change what you're going to do. You guys are all your own unique individual people. You know, you can't change that. You know, whatever you hear, whatever you see, whatever someone else says, it's going to go through the filter of you. You know, it's filtered through your brain, through your perception. I'm totally going off on like you know, the subconscious artist thing right now. You know, but I think it's a good exercise. Let's not do that. There we go. So you guys going to share or what? No? You're not down? Monster Hunter, Okami, good stuff. Nothing specific. All right. You guys just want me to keep on sculpting out my concepts because I'm going to sculpt out a couple more before we end that session. Too many ideas. I think I'll just have to see what comes out. All right. Silent Hill, Warped Up Things, Dune for that matter, Neville Page, Slender, Long, and it looks to be Limber. Oh, Slender, Long Limbs, Final Fantasy, Sin for Scale and Lots of Eyes and Repetition, Pacific Rim-like Creatures. Yeah, dude, I feel that. It's awesome. I mean, and honestly, think about like if you think about this, your boss is something you're combating, right? It should be, it's definitely not your it's definitely your protagonist, right? Especially if we're doing the final boss, is the protagonist of the story. So we don't necessarily want to go to, we don't want to stick to warm and happy places. So think back to, early nightmares. Think back to Krampus. Think back to, you know, things like the Green Man used to scare me. Fawns used to scare me. I always had that fear of the boogeyman too. Like think of things that inspire fear, or think of that bully in third year of school or fourth year of school. That that just intimidated you. That guy who's in his fifth year, fourth year. He just seems so much bigger. Think of those things. Something intimidating. Something that's going to my mind, that's where my brain goes. My brain goes to those places, and I think of those things. So, I'm thinking about, even more terrifying for me, I think, is the mindless monster. Right? It's just destructive. It's in its nature. It's absolutely destructive, but it's mindless. It's doing it. It's like the blob, right? That too, and that's what was the game I played a couple of years ago that had, well, I think was that Pacific Rim that had that, the little insects crawling out all over the place. I'm trying to remember which film or game that was, but that's a good idea too. Yeah, I mean, but you do have to realize though that for this class we are limited to. I know we're going pie in the sky. We're limited to what we can do within the time, at least to have everything done by the end of the class. So we do have to think about that. We can't completely chuck it all and just say, I'm going to spend 2 years making this creature, man, and it's just going to be amazing, man. So you do want to look at it and think of something that's digestible. And I'm not trying to crush ideas there, because that's a good idea, Simon, and you should play with it. Whatever that means to you. But let's see. Should I get back to sculpting? Yeah, for sure. All right, back to sculpting. Let's do it. I do the worst Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation. I'm not going to torture you with that.